So we are having a little studio chat. This one is not on the Cadillac, but we decided it's close enough. So back in Chandler's studio in Springfield, and we've been talking about some really cool stuff.
It's fascinating. I am overjoyed, overwhelmed. Cannot wait to dive deeper. I would love for you to, if you could just share a little bit of how this was introduced into your life.
Yeah. So what we're actually talking about is like a neurotech wearable. Like it's kind of really interesting new technology that was introduced to me by someone in Jacksonville, and they heard that I was involved in movement and studying the nervous system and really researching and dabbling in facilitating and understanding the brain and the body connection. And so this person reached out to me and showed me something called the Super Patch that essentially uses vibrotactile technology, or VTT. It's kind of like Braille for the brain. So it's these little stickers, and on each sticker there are ridges. There's a code, almost as if you are plugging in a code for software or something like that. So it's a code, a very specific code that sends a message to your brain to maybe smooth over or you know even out maybe a signal in your body or your nervous system that's not working super well, like your balance is a little bit off due to
hence the
stress.
test.
Yeah. So we're doing what's called a balance test to demonstrate how this technology actually works. So the way that you introduce this product so that a client or a person can actually feel how the technology works is that we perform a balance test wherein we do a series of tests that the client is to resist pressure, doing it before and after wearing this technology, and then noticing the differences. So it's really fascinating how quickly it impacts the body. So essentially, the patches have a unique code. The main patch is called Liberty, and that helps with muscle strength and balance. And so that's the one we use for the balance test. And then there are other patches that are helpful for other specific um, things in your life and your physiology in your body, and they have their own code. So there is one that helps with pain. It interrupts the signal between the injury and the pain signal that's going to the brain. There are some that help with stress and focus. And so it's just really fascinating. I've been researching this now for a couple of months, and in the way that I have been doing that has been through asking clients to participate in the balance test with me and for me. And then, also asking them to sample some of the other patches. So I started to say Liberty is the main one. It's kind of it's been explained to me as if Liberty is like the operating system for your phone. So it runs the phone. And then some of the other patches are like the apps, right? So the apps can run without the operating system, but they'll run much more efficiently with the operating system. So most people are wearing the Liberty, and then whatever is specific to their needs. And certainly, this is not intended to be medical advice, but the really cool thing, really the mind-blowing thing about these patches is that they're chemical and drug-free.
Mhm.
So there's nothing going into your system. So, some of my seniors, they have some challenges going on, but they don't want to take medication. They don't want something that knocks them out or makes them woozy or causes them to be more unstable. So many of them are already challenged with their balance anyway, and everything we are doing every day in our Pilates studios is trying to help them be stronger and more stable. And so this coming in to my studio as a potential opportunity for them to have more balance and stability has just been fascinating and really exciting for me.
It is because, like you said, it's not another supplement. It's not another drug. It is something that is just working already with the skin. The skin is the pathway to the
Right,
brain, right?
right.
Like that part. Like you mentioned yesterday, like yes, they can be site specific. Like for instance, my husband has a chronic low back situation from a car accident in his early 20s. Well, he wore Vitality and Freedom yesterday before going to the golfing course, and he came home and had an amazing round and was like, I don't know what this magic is that you've brought to us, but it's amazing. And he didn't have as much pain in the evening time that he normally has working in the construction industry also. So you said something about they can work site specific, but you
Right.
just need to interrupt the pathway to the brain.
Right. So the understanding is that they can be worn anywhere. You're looking for a place that's not near a joint that's going to get, a lot of bending because it might come off. And you're looking for a place that doesn't have a ton of hair because that can interrupt the signal or interfere with the adhesive. The adhesive is medical grade. It's not going to give you any kind of a reaction. No breaking out, no tearing of the skin, anything like that. They can be on the shoulder, they can be under the arm, on the thigh, on the stomach, wherever you want them. But many people do wear the Freedom Patch that is for pain. They do wear it near the site of injury, not really on a joint, but maybe on the soft tissue near that spot. And the working understanding, I believe, is that it is interrupting the pain signal that goes from the body to the brain, because we know with our vagus nerve studies, with our NSIF work, that 80% of the messaging that's being carried by the vagus nerve is messaging from the body to the brain. So it's happening on the level of the body first, and it's going to the brain. We often think it's top down, and some of the time it is, but the majority of the time it's not. So that is the understanding. I've been researching this for a couple of months. I have just now got a few people that have been on them for a couple of weeks. So for me, it's a live experiment. I've done tons of reading. I've watched lots of medical panels. I have looked at the peer-reviewed studies. There are 3 patches that have had specific peer-reviewed studies. I'm super interested and fascinated about the research that I was telling you about yesterday that was done at the University of Arizona with their athletes, and the percentage increases that they had in strength and performance tests. I mean, I think that's really, really, really interesting. So I'm just hopeful, and as Chantel always tells us, just continue to be curious.
Yeah.
And so that's my take on it. I think there's some really interesting potential here, and I'm just, diving a little deeper in that, because if there is another pathway in to something that helps, I mean, wearable technology right now is kind of all of the rage. And if this works, it doesn't have any electricity, it doesn't have any drugs, it doesn't have to be recharged, it's not going to interfere with medical devices. I mean, the potential here is pretty big, and I'm just really I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm fascinated. I think it's.
I just have the Rolodex of people in my brain that I know this will help. Like
Right.
all of the different things.
Sure.
That is just, yeah, I can't wait to share.
Yeah. So anyway, we thought we would just share with you how we're feeling at the beginning of this journey, and I'm sure that we will definitely check back in with you as we go along and let you know how it's going. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.